Have you ever been to Seaworld? Didn't you think that seeing these sea mammals like dolphins or shamu was really cool? What if I told you that there is a dark story behind how they got dolphins and whales into these zoos? I told you that living in captivity for dolphins and whales are negatively impacting and killing them. In the wild, whales and dolphins often live in groups, usually in tight family units. Whales and dolphins travel long distances, sometimes swimming in a straight line for 100 miles looking for food and to socialize. Orca whales have been documented to travel more than 4,200 kilometers in 42 days, while tanks are only 70 feet long. The deepest recorded dive for an orca whale is 400 meters, while the deepest tank for whales is 12 meters. Whales and dolphins only spend 10 to 20% of their time at the surface. So, knowing this, it is a tragedy to go from the ocean to a small swimming pool. When dolphins and whales go in captivity, it is impossible to keep their family units together because they're traded at one facility to another. These animals can only go a few strokes to any direction. And because the pool is shallow, the tendencies of these creatures are reversed. So then what happens is dolphins and whales in captivity spend more than 50% of their time at the surface. For example, killer whales in captivity have problems with dorsal fin collapse. Because whales come to the surface so much more, have the support of water, which causes gravity, to pull their tall top fins over as they mature. Collapsed fins happen in all male killer whales and most female killer whales in captivity. These collapsed fins only happen to 1% of orca whales in the wild. Dolphins and whales have a hard time breeding in captivity, and some have never produced surviving offspring. There are currently 2,360 whales and dolphins in captivity in the world. Many dolphins and whales have shorter life expectancies than their species in the wild. 5,000 dolphins and whales have died in captivity since the 1950s. Of at least 193 orca whales in captivity since 1961, 151 are now dead. These places like Seaworld and zoos that have these creatures tell people they're educating them on these creatures. It isn't education, it is profit at the cost of these animals' lives. The Humane Society of the United States believes that animals in tanks do not represent a realistic portrayal of behaviors and natural habitats. The best thing we can do is stop supporting these places by giving them money and by appreciating whales and dolphins in their natural habitat in the ocean.